Welcome to the Greenlight podcast. My name is Dr. Davis, the good doctor.
And my name's Miss Imani.
Today we have a special guest, Mr. Eugene Jacobs. He's an alumni.
How you guys doing?
Welcome
Good.
to the show.
How you doing?
Good. Thank you guys for having me here.
Thank you for being here.
We are glad to have you. Miss Imani, what are we about to do?
Culture chats.
All right, take us away. What do we have first?
So Michelle Obama wants Barack to do the laundry.
The laundry.
The laundry.
Hmm.
Like the clothes he wears
Right.
on his body.
Correct.
Laundry.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's perfectly acceptable.
Okay. For the former president to do laundry?
Yeah, you said former.
Right.
But he's still a human. He deserves to do laundry as well.
Right, so let's actually look at the headline. The headline says that Michelle Obama wants Barack, they have different love languages. So stop kissing me to do the laundry, right?
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. So if my love language is expressing myself towards my partner, then let me have that opportunity to do that. Don't bring up the laundry. That's not the appropriate time to do that. So I kind of disagree with that.
Yeah, but her opinion was that her love language is acts of service. So if you like a service to be done, that's just as much as equivalent to the love that she's desiring. Would you disagree? What do you think?
I believe I'm a little stay in the middle of it, but I think that is for whatever appropriate at the time. I believe there's time for, guided acts of service, and there's also time for, appreciation and expression of your love for somebody else. So,
So everyone can do laundry.
yeah, but speaking for myself, I don't mind probably doing laundry. But again, like my man said, I gotta cut the grass too, though.
Right, so more so gender roles, right? So I'll cut the grass.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing laundry, but if I'm cutting the grass and doing a lot of the outdoor chores, then I would think that my partner, my wife, would do the stuff inside. And I think that's fair.
So if you guys switch and you just happen to do the opposite and she does what you do and vice versa, would that be acceptable if you do laundry as well?
I guess
Like
it would,
compromising.
but that, to me, that's not a compromise, and I don't think that wouldn't happen in my household, right? So,
Okay.
but hypothetically, yeah, that's fine. I don't mind washing. When I was single, I washed. Washing is not a big deal. But my point is, I believe in gender roles, and I kind of disagree with Michelle on this one.
It's okay.
But yeah,
We can disagree.
absolutely.
What about Tara Davis Woodhall? She
Oh.
tested positive for THC in her system.
Right, so she was stripped of her national title, right? So, and that's unfortunate because obviously she tested positive for cannabis. So I think that in 2023 we need to begin to move away from penalizing people for doing cannabis, right? However, because she is an athlete, if she knows that that's something that she shouldn't be doing,
Right.
then why is she doing it, right? So I kind of agree with her with them stripping her of the national title.
This comes shortly after, since last year, Sha'Carri Richardson went through the exact same thing. And it took a lot of toll on her. And she also got her rights revoked as well. So it kind of just changed the atmosphere of everything. Do you feel like it's the best decision?
How do you feel about it?
Like I said, I think it's twofold to each story. I think that it's a lot of tremendous time and effort that goes into perfecting your craft, such as an athlete. But like you said, at the same time, you also got to know the rules and the regulations in which you compete under. I don't think I agree as far as stripping the title, but at the same time, I think that some guidelines and some regulations need to be a little more clear because with the discovery of cannabis and the things that so many positive things that come from it. I just think that we need a little bit more underline of what categories or how we were going to pivot or pitch that, because it's a lot of people that's falling in that category that
Right.
it's legal some states, legal in no states. So you're breaking the law in some states, you're not breaking the law in some
Absolutely.
states. So it's kind of like
But I guess where I
Clear draw
disagree
lines.
is if they have rules in place already,
Mhm.
they have to adhere to the rules. And if the rules say you test positive, then this is what happens. Because it's on the books, we have to adhere to it. But I do think they need to change that. They need to look into it and kind of update it for 2020.
exactly, I agree.
Yeah, because she got suspended for a month, which she already served. But she only got a month because it was not necessarily compared to a competition. But still, I feel like they almost make an example out of her.
Right.
I would pose this question. I would say that is it more so disqualification because the drugs or the cannabis is enhancing her ability to be successful in her performance,
Yeah.
or
I don't think so. I don't think it does, at least.
Okay.
I don't think it does. But again, I think they should reconsider it because I think the NBA actually is kind of falling back from testing for marijuana. They get into that
yeah,
point.
they are.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm hoping other sports will follow suit.
Yeah, she never made a comment either, so we don't really even know why she did it or where she stood. At least with like Richardson, she said that she was going through a hard time when her mom passed, but now we're just kind of in the middle of, I don't know what happened, and I don't know why she got here or how she got here. So we're just assuming that possibly it could just be because whether she just felt like doing it, or it could be for anxiety. You have no idea.
Agreed.
I think people are undereducated on the benefits of marijuana in a sense. I'm not saying everyone should do it, but I'm just saying don't just make
So
it
the reason why
people.
kind of justifies her action, according to
Not
you?
necessarily, but I think it would make a difference. So people who are influenced by her would understand her a little bit better. I'm not saying that it's right. I don't know her reason.
Right.
But I think it's just not fair to just go, well, you worked so hard for that thing, you made one mistake, let me just strip it from you. That's when it becomes
And
a
I can
problem
see
for
that
me.
perspective. I can, but we got to have rules and protocol.
You're
I
right.
like the structure. So
Structure.
hip hop is turning 50. Can you believe that hip hop is turning 50? So here's the issue. Some people are debating or trying to decide whether Eminem should be considered one of the top artists in hip hop because he is Caucasian, and other genres aren't really open to allowing people of color into their respective genre. So hip hop is open. We embrace all people, all cultures. So the question is, should Eminem be considered a top MC?
What do you think?
Well, I guess if we're going straight off talent and his ability to make music, I think, of course, I think that his ability to create lyrics and to make timeless music is, of course, in that fashion. I think it's more, like he said, it's more of a race thing, and it seems like does he fit this particular genre, this category, as it relates to, hip hop. So.
And I feel like he's worked for it. So it's not like he just got here. And anything that he does, he's edifying the culture anyways. He's not making us look bad. So if you're not bringing us down, then why not be a part of it?
Yeah, to me, it's not a question. I think we all agree. It's Eminem, right? He's probably one of the top selling artists. Lyrics are there, personality, creativity, the movie 8 Mile, like it's Eminem, So no question whatsoever. So, but it's unfortunate in 2023 we're dealing with this issue, but I think he deserves a lot better.
Yeah. Well, speaking of music, what do you think about Missy Elliott?
Yeah, so Missy Elliott, she talked about abusive relationship that she went through with her mom, but it helped her with her music. So I think that's important because it shows that you can channel that negative experience into something positive.
Yeah.
And Missy, she made some of the best music during the early 2000s, late 99, early 2000s. Phenomenal artist, and she was able to channel that energy, and I think that's an amazing thing.
Oh, yeah.
I think motivation, like stemming that motivation from wherever it may be, can just support you in different ways, because not only did it set her free, but all the fans. No one realized that her mom had been through an abusive relationship. I just learned that. I don't know if you guys knew that before, but I would have never suspected that. So the fact that she was able to use her platform as a way to say, like, Mom, I got us, it inspires me. I like that. What do you think?
I love it. I love it, definitely. And having those, in her case, as far as pinpoint her motivation, I think that a lot of people have times where they have to gravitate and pull from different sources.
All the time.
A lot of times it's, can I get through the day? Or just words of encouragement, and have those people and your support system around you. So that's great that she was able to utilize that and show that transparency and let people in. So.
In a positive way. So she could have gone a completely different direction, and maybe she wouldn't even have been here. But look how far she's come, and in her weight loss and how much she's influenced in her entire life. Like, she's doing the right things to make a difference and an influence.
And a lot of people in this generation saw her when she performed at the Super Bowl a couple years ago now. I forgot who. It was another female artist. You don't remember? You don't know?
Nope.
Okay, I forgot who, but she was able to perform, and people for the first time saw Missy Elliott. They didn't know who she was. So yeah. So let's go to scholarships. $9 million in scholarships for $9 million for Dennis Barnes.
Yeah.
And he got accepted to 125 colleges.
Right.
How impressive is that?
That's amazing. Like, could you imagine that when you're younger and you're working hard, you know how stressed out the students are just making it through here, but the fact that he's been accepted or even acknowledged to this point, his grade point average was a 4.98.
Did you have a 4.98?
I did not.
No.
I
didn't either.
I stayed in the threes. Solidly, but
I was in the
still,
fours, but I didn't have a 4.98.
Well, hey, it just lets you know the power. And you know what he said? His counselor is the one who actually inspired him the most.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's amazing. I'm hoping he goes to an HBCU.
Oh, yeah.
If he can come to FAM, Howard.
Even better.
Yeah, even better. But even if he doesn't, the fact that he's making headlines and he's showing other students that it's possible to do well, get the money, and also go on to that next level, which is college.
Exactly. What do you think? You think you should come to FAM?
Of course. I tell people, man, we got a spot for you at FAM. I think FAM is like a huge hub for just pure, raw and uncut talent. So I love it. Yeah, come.
And culture. So speaking of culture, are you ready to be tested?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, let's see what's happening.
Let's do it.
Who in your family would you trust as a spades partner? And why?
As a spades partner. Oh, gotta be my grandma.
Why?
Just the culture is essentially of the tradition of just, I'm not sure if, my spade player, it can get really intense.
Sure can.
The biggest decision is your partner who you got riding with you, because a lot of times you can't communicate, but if y'all know each other, y'all
communicate.
You can say a lot without saying something.
Exactly.
So, who taught you how to play spades?
Really,
was your grandma?
It was, but it's like, for me, it's like a culture thing. I only play spades when the moment calls to play spades. So it's not like just a spades. Yeah, so cookouts, things of that nature, I always have to, I'm that person, I got to relearn a little bit. Have to look, walk around the table a couple of times, then I'll hop in. But yeah, so it's like that.
It's a cultural thing.
Did you learn how to play yet?
I did, actually.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Next question.
I did.
What was Usher doing at 7 o'clock?
Cruising the streets in his drop top.
I know that's right. Which song is a family cookout staple in your family?
Let's see. A family, probably gotta be some Tupac hits. So, what is it? What's that one song from Tupac? I got like 5 of them in my head right now, but I want to say it's Change.
Change, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody on the grill and
that's
a track in the background.
Exactly, just having that old school barbecue background and like the music, the old school timeless music playing in the back, so like that. But I love Tupac and some of his music.
Drop down to some memories.
Your favorite rapper? Just curious at this point.
Favorite rapper.
All time, like
all time Tupac.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tupac.
I'm doing.
Can't go wrong with Tupac. How many fights did Fresh Prince get into before his mom got scared?
1.
All right.
Okay, I'm doing good with Black Card.
You did good.
You did good.
It was super quick. Now you got to let us get a chance to know you.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right. So, as a transfer student, what was your motivation to come to FAMU?
I think it's really just the family aspect. I think that it was a good idea to go into being a part of an environment with people that look like me. So I've always had good experiences being around my own people. So I feel like it was an even greater opportunity to have the opportunity to do that again. So the culture, family is that's exactly what they preach. So yeah.
And you're from down south. So how did you even hear about the HBCU with FAMU?
So the thing about it is, HBCUs wasn't preached to me as in my upbringing. It was more so that I was in that culture where I played football and basketball and track and stuff like that. So a lot of us was trying to go to the big major D1s. So HBCUs wasn't really talked about that much. So, but it wasn't until I was thinking about transferring in. I transferred in with my friend, and that's when we actually took it upon ourselves to do a research on FAMU. We always knew about it, but we never made it fit like our agenda. So.
I like that.
Yeah.
Proud of your choice yet?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm. And you're still representing to this day.
Of course.
But let's talk about your brand, right?
All right.
So you did graduate from FAMU,
yes,
psychology degree. But we brought you on the show to talk about what you're doing right now, right? You're an entrepreneur and you started this amazing company.
Yeah.
I see students around campus wearing the bag. I see it on social media, TikTok, Instagram. So I want to talk to you about it. What inspired you to create a brand?
What inspired me to create a brand? I think I just love inspiring people, and I think that I'm just a creator at heart. So I love being creative, and I love being around other people that like to be creative. So I think that was more so. It's very subtle. It's seeing if I can make something happen. It's nothing big. It's nothing grand. It's more so just seeing what I'm able to create, and you just nurture and you grow from there. So I didn't know what I had at the point. I was just trying, honestly. Yeah. Okay. Trial and error.
And you told us before we start recording about the experience that you had to go through when your first samples were actually stolen. You gotta share that story so people understand.
So as life as an entrepreneur, you have a lot of ideas that you want to implement and put out. You have like this grand idea that is going to go this way. So you try to do it. In that case, I ended up investing in some bags I was making for my other brand, which is called Black is Beautiful. And I was making some bags that got intercepted in the transition coming over here to America. And so, I made an investment on some bags that never got here. So I thought that was going to be a vision. But luckily, since that didn't happen, I actually went back to the drawing board and was able to create and design another bag, which is why we came up with the little Rattler bags, which is a transparent bag ready for game day, concerts, any event that it requires a clear bag policy. So all of that happened through my bags getting stolen. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you went through trials and tribulations with the first order. It didn't work out, but you created a new brand here.
Yeah.
So how did it feel when you finally got the samples for this bag? Considering everything you went through, you got the samples. How did you feel?
So the thing was, I really put on a wish and a prayer. I invested in this particular product, and I didn't receive a sample first. So it was more so I seen the idea, and I just kind of trusted my gut feeling because I didn't want to. I didn't want to. I was kind of coming off of an L that I just took, so I kind of wanted to, hit the ground running. So I was like, this is it. I like it. Let me just do it. So. When I actually had all the boxes get here, I was like, "Wow, this is big."
It's
so
real.
yeah,
So when you opened the box, then right,
Mm-hmm.
and all your shit, everything came. How did you feel when you took it out the box?
I was amazed. I was like, I can't believe that it went from an idea in my head to a design on the computer to a manufacturer creating it to arriving at my front door. I was like, oh, it's not for play no more. You really just made it happen. So now it's like. In every phase of business, it's like now it's another problem. So now I got it here. So how's it going to get going now?
Exactly.
So that's the next question. Yeah.
So you experienced a lot of setbacks, but you still continue to stay ambitious and very mindful and seem very motivated, right? Where do you get that from?
I get it from my family. I get it from just seeing other examples of just Black excellence. And I'm a firm believer that if you can make a big change and an impact, you should do it. So I think that motivating is seeing what I've done for other people. So people seeing me in a different light, showing them that if he do it, I could do it. And that's the whole point of it.
I love that.
So now that you have, let's go back to when you first received the boxes. Like, what steps did you go into coming up with a marketing plan to promote it? And did you have any missteps? Because that's like the more challenging, in my opinion, the more challenging piece is try to get it out there to convince the consumer to buy it. How did you come up with that plan?
So there's no easy answer for that. It's a lot of, again, trial and error. Coming up with ideas, coming up with some crazy ideas, and seeing if they stick. So understanding everything comes with understanding your population. What do people like? What do people want to see? How do you market to them? I didn't want to market. I don't want to sell nobody anything. I want to allow you to appreciate it in its natural form. Because if you like it, then it's easier.
Definitely.
So I've always approached my marketing like that. If I can get them to love a product, if I can make somebody feel good with their interaction, that's what my marketing scheme is. How do I make somebody feel? Because that's going to be the whole determination. People will forget what you say. Some people will forget what you do, but people will never forget how you make them feel. So I try to put that into the branding.
Okay.
So you kind of create a natural experience, right? How does it feel seeing so many people on your home campus promoting your work?
It's still unreal. I can't believe it. Like, I'll walk through, drive through, whatever. Even just out in the community, I'll see the products just floating around. I just can't believe that somebody took the time to really invest in the dream that I put together. So it's still a unreal feeling. It's like words really can't describe it. So I just want to continue to get better, develop a team, and continue to make changes like on campus for to inspire other people. So yeah.
You said you want to continue to get better. Off camera, we spoke about you expanding to other PWIs or additional HBCUs. How's that initiative going? And is it the same as what you're doing with FAMU? Like, how's it different?
It is different because FAMU does have its own sense of support system. So the energy, the spirit here is really unmatched. Not to say that it doesn't exist in other HBCUs, but
it's different.
Yeah, it's different. So it's kind of really understanding what is working for us here and how can we implement that in other schools. So it's kind of like it worked, but why? Yeah.
Okay.
So what questions do you sit with yourself that are a little bit more challenging when it comes to creating and expanding your brand?
Knowing timing when things, because with the brand, it's a lot of different directions that we can go in right now because it's like a lot of different opportunities. So it's understanding like the right time and the right efforts to make things happen, and understanding like still forming and keeping this vision, the main purpose. So I think like I would say that.
And last caveat to that, how do you know when to put something down? So is there an idea that you once had that you just had to just go, this is just not it?
I heard someone say that it's not it might not be right, but it's not right now. So it's like I don't think of an idea. I'll just get to it later. I've done that a lot of times. A lot of my ideas or creatives or designs have years ago have came to be influential like now. But it started as an idea a long time ago. So it's more so it's not right now, but when it comes, you'll know.
What advice would you give an entrepreneur, undergraduate more so, who's interested in starting a brand, but they're confused, they don't know what steps to take? Like, what's that first advice or that nugget that you'll give them to kind of get going?
I would say the best part, the best piece of advice I can say is start. You're not supposed to know how it looks. It's not supposed to look a certain type of way. You don't. It's the raw essence of it. I think people need to have a more focus on sitting and being creative, and then nurturing your idea throughout it. So I think a lot of times expectations can like kill our dream. Mm-hmm. So it's like we're still forming it. Like when you said earlier, it's like how do you know when? I think it's more so just not having that expectation that it has to look this way, but having more so enjoying the process of coming into fruition of what it's supposed to look like. You see what I mean? So,
exactly.
So eliminate all expectations. The only expectation I have as far as with the business is my expectations of myself. So yeah, I'll say that.
Okay. And in closing, what's new? What's next?
Oh, what's next? We got a lot. So right now we have our new bags that are about to release. We have this green colorway, which is going to be our newest edition. We released our orange one last year, and this is the medium-sized Rattler bag, perfect for on-campus, off-campus events, your day-to-day essential bag for a lot of usage. It's perfect for laptops, stuff like that. So this is a big product that we're releasing. I think it's May 1st. We're probably going to make our first announcement.
Okay.
And then,
coming up.
so we're going to make our first announcement that we're going to have our pre-orders going to go live sometime in May. I want to say right now it's projected May 15th, I believe. So
if someone's interested in buying it, is it through social media or your website?
Yeah, through the website, and we'll have it to where it's access direct. Well, through the link, the purchase will be made on the website. So they'll have the link in our bio on Instagram, TikTok. We'll drop the links in Facebook, all different pages.
Everywhere.
All the socials.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we thank you so much for coming on the show. You did such a great job.
Thank you guys for having me. I
We're excited
appreciate
to see everything that you have that's coming on next.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate this opportunity. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And all right, guys, we'll be back after this break.
Welcome back to the Greenlight podcast. Let's jump into our announcements. As always, we want to encourage you all to sign up for summer classes. Very important if you want to take classes for the summer. Now's the time to sign up. We have Summer A, Summer B, and Summer C. Also keep in mind SAP. That means you got to have a 2.0 GPA or higher and pass 67% of your classes. That's how you get financial aid. So please keep that in mind when your grades come out. If you don't have that 2.0 GPA, please consider summer classes.
And in closing, celebrate yourself, guys. Final week is over. So let your hair down, relax, take some time, spend time with your family, enjoy yourself, and just have an incredible, incredible summer. We'll see you guys when you get back. Peace.